You're watching Ticket TV. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in.
We can't get into the details of everything that was said, but one of the things that we did learn was that there was another head of state that was mentioned as having financial transactions with Jeffrey Epstein, not an American one, and then another person who was an accuser of Donald Trump was given in settlement by Jeffrey Epstein's estate. We did confirm that.
You know, Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficking ring would not have been possible without Richard Kahn, who managed Epstein's money for years, authorized payments, including payments to victims and survivors. And today we've heard from Mr. Kahn a lot of inability to recall emails, messages, activities he was involved in. From my perspective, 2 hours into this, I do not find it credible that he had no knowledge of Jeffrey Epstein's crimes. If he was ignorant of Epstein.
All right, you guys. Salute everybody. So, President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump, is in a lot of trouble. And I keep telling y'all this all the time, but it's true. This is mounting up to be one of the most epic, things in American history. These Jeffrey Epstein files. Donald J. Trump, as you guys heard today, Epstein, his accountant was questioned. He was basically deposed on by the Congress today. And boy, did it not go good for Donald Trump's, for his people. Right? Now, to kind of fill y'all in on the situation and details of this situation, man, basically, Donald J. Trump, Jeffrey Epstein's accountants come out and put it out here straight up that the woman who accused Donald Trump of, I wouldn't even say woman, because she wasn't even of age. That girl accused Donald J. Trump of sexual assault. She was paid a settlement by Jeffrey Epstein's estate. Why the American people didn't know this until today? Wow. And so it is some merit, has to be, to her claims. And this is an absolute bombshell because Donald Trump denies all knowing, all wrongdoing, all of these things. If that's the case, why was this woman paid any type of settlement if all these allegations are false? All of these allegations are not true. All of these allegations are a witch hunt. Why was this woman paid a settlement from Epstein's estate? His accountant got up there and act like he didn't know a lot about a lot, but he was the accountant. He was doing all the paperwork. He was running all the numbers. And so they even revealed today that the FBI didn't question any of these people. Think about this. What type of investigation was that? That the FBI did not investigate any of these people, and now they're calling for a thorough investigation by the FBI and all these people, man. Bro, it is going to rain. When I tell y'all it's going to rain, boy, Donald Trump talking all that trash he was talking during the election about dropping that Epstein files so he don't stir it up a hornet's nest. And this is the reason why he wanted to move on. We're at war right now because they wanted to avoid this like the plague. And boy, you can see why. With all this stuff that is coming out in front of the American people, in front of the world, you can 1,000% see why they wanted to avoid this now. It's all in plain sight. There are a lot of people that are going down, man. And I believe very soon there are going to be a lot of deep investigations that are going to be had because there's too many people now that are invested in at least finding out the truth. And when you have enough people thoroughly invested and wanting to know what the hell the truth is, you got a problem, sir. You got a problem, sir. Donald Trump is in major trouble. Don't think I'm just saying this to amp y'all up and put a battery in y'all back. No, he is in major trouble, bro. There are questions that he had to answer about this. Listen to what this guy is saying, you guys.
Recall inability to recall emails, messages, activities he was involved in. From my perspective, 2 hours into this, I do not find it credible that he had no knowledge of Jeffrey Epstein's crimes. If he was ignorant of Epstein's crimes, he was willfully ignorant of those crimes, given the depth of his involvement with Epstein and his finances over many years.
We want rich and powerful people to be subject to the same laws and same treatment as the other 99.9% of Americans. He was able to evade justice. He was able to get away with a lot of crimes because there were white-collar professionals around him helping him fix situations, helping him get the best tax treatment, best legal treatment possible. And so we have serious concerns about this. I will say, if you're someone who is around Jeffrey Epstein and seeing all the transactions Jeffrey Epstein is making, why wouldn't you ask questions about the legality? Why wouldn't you ask questions about the impropriety? Why wouldn't you double check your work and to see if you're involved in anything illegal?
One of the things that I think is outrageous, that every American should be outraged about, is the fact that some of the people closest to Epstein, including Mr. Khan, were never questioned by the FBI, law enforcement, U.S. attorneys. This is the first time that Mr. Khan has sat down under oath outside of civil litigation. The idea that those individuals who made payments to Epstein were not necessarily questioned by the FBI, Mr. Khan not questioned by the FBI, Mr. Indyk not questioned by the FBI, Les Wexner not questioned by the FBI, is absolutely outrageous.
And so now, you guys, after hearing that, there's another big question to ask. Why wasn't Donald J. Trump questioned by the FBI? Or was he? And if he was, where's the transcripts? Because the FBI and the Epstein files say that Donald Trump, after hearing that Jeffrey Epstein was going to be prosecuted the first time, called and said, hey, man, it's great that you guys are going to get him. He's a very bad guy. Everybody knew what he was doing. But then afterwards, years later, most recently when Donald Trump was asked about this, he said no, he didn't say anything. He didn't know anything about Jeffrey Epstein's crimes. So which one is it? Because everybody says, oh, Donald Trump, he went to the cops on Jeffrey Epstein. He's the one that turned him in. If he's the one that turned him in, how could he turn somebody in? He didn't know if he was doing anything bad. Boy, the lies are going to come to an end. And all these people on YouTube, Futon, Melanie King, PDB Podcast, all these people who ignore this foolishness, all these people who turn a blind eye to this blatant. You understand what I'm saying? Devastating atrocity that's going on in the United States of America. And now to see that the United States is at war to try to basically divert everybody's attention from these Epstein files. Shout out to all these people for still doing these interviews and staying on the course. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure y'all click those links below. Subscribe to the podcast show. You can donate support to the channel, Cash App, PayPal, or buy that weight loss formula. All the links are below. Peace.